Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. 2 weeks before our wedding, she asked me for one last night with her ex. Not because she loved him. Not because she wanted to leave me. But because, according to her, she needed closure. And I agreed. Not because I was fine with it, but because I needed to know without doubt who she really was before I handed her my entire life. We had been engaged for 10 months. I believed we were solid. The doubts were behind us. The future was planned down to the smallest detail. We had a house lined up for after the honeymoon. My family had already paid a ridiculous amount for the venue. Her dress had been hanging in the closet for months. Everything was set. Supposedly final. Then one evening, out of nowhere, she sat me down and calmly made her request. No crying. No shaking voice. No shame. She said she needed something to feel fully ready to marry me. I assumed she meant counseling. Or maybe time together. Or even admitting she was scared and needed reassurance. But no. She said she wanted to spend one night with her ex. Just one night. No emotions. No strings attached. Just clarity. I stared at her, convinced it had to be a joke. It wasn't. She told me she respected me enough to ask instead of cheating. That if I truly loved her, I would understand. Understand what? That she wasn't finished with someone else. I sat there, frozen, realizing my future wife was asking permission to sleep with a man she swore meant nothing anymore. A man who had once cheated on her and shattered her heart. A man she promised was part of her past. I asked her why she would bring this up now, 2 weeks before our vows. She said she didn't want to enter marriage with unanswered questions. That she wanted to give her past one final moment so she could walk into our future completely free. That was her reasoning. I don't know what took over in that moment. Maybe anger. Maybe numbness. Maybe the quiet realization that I'd already lost her. But I said yes. I told her to go. She looked shocked. Asked if I was serious. I nodded. She smiled, leaned over, kissed my cheek like we had just agreed on something beautiful, and whispered, "Thank you for understanding." That was the last time she ever saw me. While she was searching for closure in someone else's bed, I was packing my life into boxes. I left the apartment before sunrise. I canceled every booking under my name, the flights, the suite, the hotel rooms for my family. I called the venue and told them the wedding was canceled. When they asked if the bride would confirm, I told them she would. Just give her a day. I didn't argue. I didn't yell. I didn't explain. I vanished. I blocked her everywhere. Changed my number. Cut every line of access. Silence became my response. Some friends told me I was cruel. That I owed her a conversation. That disappearing proved I never really loved her. They were wrong. Because the moment someone asks for a final night with their past while standing on the edge of a shared future, the decision has already been made. They just want permission to betray you. I refused to give her that comfort. Later I heard what happened. She came back and found the apartment empty. At first she thought we'd been robbed. Then it hit her. It was just me. Gone. She tried contacting my parents. Sent letters to my workplace. Posted online about how I abandoned her without warning, how she made one mistake. But it wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. A deliberate request to disrespect everything we had built. Now she'll never get the wedding photos. She'll never wear the dress she loved. And she'll never know where I went, or why I left without saying goodbye. Because the moment she chose to give herself to her ex one last time, she gave me every reason not to become her husband.